So let's do a quick alphabetical analysis of all the FNO stocks as usual. This is an educational video, so please consult your financial advisor for any investment or trading related queries. Market may risk hai, and going forward whatever I say can lead to a huge loss, so keep this in mind. This video is only for education and the way I am seeing the market. To start it off, the trend for me is still intact and I am definitely bullish. Going forward, my strategy हमने जो last 3-4 सेशन से हम लोग since last 1 week actually, क्योंकि मैं last weekend को बनाया था कि this week is going to be all about a new all-time highs, and this is exactly what happened. There were a lot of stocks in FNO counter which actually made an all-time high. We traded on it, and as and when my position बनाया या exit किया, I always tweet about it. Going forward, I think now the fabrics of the market has changed a little, so maybe so it's still bullish. Definitely I'm not going to short until and unless I see definitely weakness. It's absolutely the market is not weak, and going forward we are very much capable of attaining new all-time highs in this coming week. So of course the market is supreme. Going forward we will see how and when the positions are getting created, and then our view will definitely change. At least at the end of the day today I really don't see much of weakness. और इस वीक में हमारी strategy जो towards the end of the week हमने last 2 sessions में किए हैं कि whenever the market dips we have to find stocks which are not dipping and are able to hold the levels. So those are the stocks we should be focusing on. Last week मैंने 3 stocks के बारे में ट्वीट किया था last Friday. It was about IRCTC, KOTAKBANK and INDIGO, and both of the 3 stocks they made not only good moves, they also gave a very strong closing. IRCTC में थोड़ी सी weakness आई towards the end. No matter what, INDIGO and KOTAKBANK, they were trading at a day's high when the market closed. Going forward, this is my strategy that we would be more interested in finding stocks which were able to hold the levels, and we would be investing in them. So let's start alphabetically with A. We have Aarti Industry. हमने बोला था 950 के ऊपर closing was important, and then again you can see it is in a box. ABFRL is also, this is the size of this candle is not good, but going forward अगर ये 220 के ऊपर अगर closing देती है that will be good. ACC also is in a box, and so is Adani Enterprise. It has been in this nice consolidation mode. Going forward, I am expecting a candle like this pretty soon. Adani Ports also, it's making all-time highs, and this is a very good consolidating structure. The structure is still valid and there is nothing to be worried about. Alchem is in a box. Amraja Battery 750 के ऊपर closing would be interesting. That's exactly what I've been telling since last few sessions, so let's wait for it. Ambuja Cement, the size of this candle is not good, and hence now we can clarify that this is entering into a box stage. APL Limited is a box. Apollo Hospital, very nice consolidation is happening. Let's see if it is able to give a closing above 5,000, but gold, from the looks of it, it seems like there might be more consolidation and maybe it will face some resistance at 5,000. Apollo Tire is in a box. Ashok Leyland is also in a box. These are not of interest to me. Eventually we will find some good trades. Asian Paint, very good, nice. This is good. Actually ये candle अगर थोड़ी सी छोटी होती, then it would have been something like इस size की अगर body होती तो it would have been much better. Let's see, because it's still able to hold the good level, and this is actually forming a flagpole pattern. Let's see if it is able to move past 3,400, and going forward maybe this would be one of the things which I would be tracking for the next week. And but let's see, I think going forward this whole sector of in the long term, definitely I'm very much bullish in paints, and definitely Asian Paint and Berger Paint. These are the 2 big names, and I am also very much in pro for I see this as a very good long-term opportunity for investment. Astral is in a box. It has been in a box. Let's see if it is able to close above 2150 levels. I'm actively tracking it. AU Bank, you can see this has been in a box, and after this structure, until and unless ये 1300 के ऊपर जाती है, there is not much of interest to me. Auto Pharma is also in a box. It is just dancing at 750 levels. Axis Bank, a very nice consolidating structure. Keep a track on Axis Bank. These are any structure like this. This is very small body, even with so much dip in Nifty. These are like fantastic structures, and these structure like these, and especially in banks like these, they actually showcase that there is still FIIs are still bullish, and so you should not be taking positions. Rather, you should be trying to find opportunities to enter and buy in dip. Bajaj Auto, nice closing, right, and it's trying to come out of the box. I think we would be keeping Bajaj Auto if it is able to go towards 3900 and how it behaves. Going forward, maybe this is also going to be a trade which I would be interested in. Bajaj Finserv, Bajaj Finance, fantastic structures. There's absolutely nothing to worry. Of course, you can see this long VIX, and this might give you a very अगर आप of course you are retailer, so you are actually that's the reason you are watching my video. लेकिन अगर आपको ऐसी structures मिलती हैं, just don't go ahead and short them. अगर इसको structure में अगर इसको weakness दिखानी होती, it would have formed a big body like this. यहाँ पे ये important levels को break करके close करती. तो till that happens, don't be short on these two companies. Balakrishna Industries, very nice consolidating structure, and these should be also in your list. At least Bajaj Finance is still looking good, and the reason for me to be bullish in Bajaj Finance is because अगर आप इस consolidation phase में देखते हो, there was not a significant candle body compared to Bajaj Finserv. जब ये बॉडी बनी थी तभी हम बोले थे कि we are a little bit of skeptical and we would be preferring Bajaj Finance over Bajaj Finserv. No matter what, making all-time highs in the all-time high, never be stupid enough to short them. And even if you make money, just do remember this was because of pure luck and not because of your trading strategy. Try to fix your trading strategy, and then automatically the market is going to reward you for following those principles. Bandhan Bank is in a box. This is a typical bearish structure. Going forward, there can be more weakness. A Bank of Baroda also, this is a bearish structure. Bata India, very nice consolidation is happening, and so going forward this should be in your radar, and definitely it's in mine. So let's see what comes out of it. BEL, very nice. Agar BEL PSU nahi hoti, these are like fantastic structures which are going to give you a very good trading opportunity and very good return. But since it's a PSU, so I am not very much interested. Bajaj Paint, compared to this structure, this is a sort of bearish, because you can see the size of these candles compared to Asian Paints. I would definitely be preferring preparing Asian Paints over Bajaj Paint. Bharat Forge, 800 is an important level. Uske closing ke above hum dekhenge, and right now you can see this is forming a cup and handle formation. Let's see if it is able to close above 800. Bhatia Airtel, very nice structure over here. बहुत अच्छी, even with the weakness in Nifty, this looks pretty good. Let's see अगर ये 700 तक dip करती है. अगर नहीं तो definitely this is going to go much higher towards the levels of 800 in no time. Someone actually asked me about Bhatia Airtel, and this is my analysis for it. ये बहुत अच्छी है, ये स्ट्रक्चर बहुत अच्छी है. ये कैंडल की साइज़ थोड़ी सी बड़ी है, इसलिए इसमें डिप आएगी थोड़ी सी. अगर ये कैंडल छोटी साइज़ की होती कंपेयर टू लाइक दिस, देन इवेंचुअली इट वुड हैव गॉन टू 800 इन नो टाइम. BEL is still in a box. ये from a target perspective, 60 has been met the day before yesterday, and now again is trying to be in the box. Biocon, very nice. You can see there was a breakout and then it was trying to take a support at 380 levels, और ये तब जब 380 77 79 में थी. I tweeted about it saying that now it's in support. At least it was able to give a closing. Let's see if it is able to hold the levels of 354. जब तक 354 स्क्रीन में नहीं आती है, there's nothing wrong in this. Bosch, this is not good. This is more of a bearish structure, and so अगर ये 50,000 के नीचे closing नहीं देती है, there is still chance. But going forward, I think I don't like the size of this candle. Bpcl is also a good structure. This chart is wrong because of some data corruption, but in general, Bpcl is also looking good. but you have to understand the dynamics of the crude are changing on a daily basis, so that's very much dependent on that. Britannia, fantastic structure, and I think going forward definitely Britannia would be able to go towards 4200 and in no time. Cadila is more in a box, so हमने बोला था कि 560 के ऊपर closing would be interesting for us, and we were tracking it. It went towards 564 point something, and then again it is entering the box, and this is exactly कि Cadila चलेगी जिस दिन pharma का day होगा, and this is also true for Cipla. These are the two stocks in pharma which I am going to actively trade. Of course, there's another one which is going to come later on. Canara Bank, very bearish structure. This is more in a box. 160 levels, actually 170 was a very good target, and it went towards 171. Now it is trying to get some support at 160. Let's see if it is able to again move towards अभी 163 के नीचे closing है. So 163, 164 is both important है, और इसीलिए ही we entered the trade on this particular day when it broke 164 levels. और ये मैं बहुत पहले से ट्वीट किया था. It was I think on these days जब मैं बोला था कि 164 is important, and then it was not able to, and then it dipped, and now again it went towards 164. We entered, and here you can see it went towards 170 plus. Canfin Homes, a very nice consolidation is happening. Try to keep Canfin Homes at home, at your radar, and maybe going forward we would be seeing some good moves. Cholafin, fantastic structure, fantastic, making all-time highs. Cholafin is the company to be in, and of course Bajaj Finance and Cholafin, these are my two top picks. Cipla we already discussed. With Cadila, very good nice structure. Coal India, this is a typical bearish structure. अगर ये 155 के नीचे 152 के नीचे अगर आ गई, तो then it will be again in a box. Actually from a technical perspective, the target was 155 already, which was achieved over here on this particular day. ये जो move आई थी, this was news based. No matter what, I will never invest my money in Coal India. Coforge, fantastic structure. Yeah, Coforge is also one of the stocks. It should be in your radar, and no matter what the market says, अगर इतनी bearish होती तो ऐसे एक candle बनाती. अगर ऐसे candle बना रही है, even with so much weakness in Nifty, so these are just just waiting for the sentiments to change, and it will move forward. Colpal हमने discuss किया था. 1700 for Colpal is more like what 3000 was for Asian Paints. Asian Paints is now trading above 3300, and this is also true for Colpal. Very soon it will, after this consolidation ends, Colpal will be able to move forward from towards 1800 plus levels. Concord, this is a typical flag pattern यहाँ पे बनी है after this long move. अगर ये for any strength try to see Concord if it is able to move to above 750, but since this is a PSU, so I don't actually trade on this. Coromandel हमने इसमें discuss किया था कि this is a typical bearish structure, and because the size of the candles after this dip is going to come, we were waiting for a closing above 850. It didn't happen, but still it's in a box, so nothing much. CUB is also the same discussion we had with Coromandel कि it should be able to close above the levels of 160, which it was not able to, and hence you can see this big dip. Cummins India, I was actually very bullish, and because we were waiting for a closing above 1050. Since many sessions we have been waiting, there was a nice consolidation, but unfortunately Cummins India gave a bad closing. हमारी strategy अभी भी same है, is more in a box. You can see this is a box pattern. जब तक 1050 decisively Cummins में break नहीं होता है, we would be waiting in the sidelines, because you see यहाँ पे सिर्फ 50 रुपए की ही एक बॉक्स में है. Dabur, as we discussed, after this consolidation it was able to move close above 650, and this is a fantastic closing going forward. Dabur is one of the stocks which should be in your radar, and it is slated for new all-time highs in no time. Deepak Nitrite also, this is a nice consolidation is happening. It was able to hold the levels of 2400, which is a good news for all the bulls. Somehow I don't like the structure of this body, but as I said, अगर ये 2450 के ऊपर जाएगी, हम लोग फिर उसमें extensively positions बनाएंगे, and definitely until now the structure is still valid. It's just that ये candle की size थोड़ी सी बड़ी है. अगर ये थोड़ी सी छोटी होती तो it would have given me much more confidence, but no matter what, it looks good. Divi's Lab, we discussed in the last session that this is a typical bearish pattern, and this is exactly what has formed. Going forward, Divi's जब तक 50 के ऊपर closing नहीं देती है sorry, तब तक हम sidelines पे रहेंगे, and we would be seeing if it is able 5000 के नीचे जब तक closing नहीं आती, there's nothing to worry. Dixon, fantastic structure, very nice consolidation is happening since last few sessions. It's the size of this body is perfectly fine, and going forward, Dixon would be one of the trades we would be interested in. So keep this in radar. DLF, after this move, we said it's a bearish. It went and tried to take, and now you can see it gave a closing below 340. This is not good. Dr. Reddy, हमने बोला था 5000 above closing would be important. It gave a good move of recovery. इसमें हमने कोई participate नहीं किया. We are just waiting for it to give a closing above 5000. Then only we will be thinking about it. No matter what, I would be more buying in Zipline, Cadilla more than Dr. Reddy. Aisha Motor, very nice consolidating structure. It has been able to hold the levels of 2800, and going forward there can be more strength. Escorts, fantastic structure. हमने discuss किया था on this particular day कि we are just waiting for a dip towards 1420, and this is exactly what happened, and then it closed at about 1450. These are very fantastic structures, so keep a lookout for Escorts. Someone asked me about Escorts some 2 days ago, and my analysis was just wait for 1420 and see if it is able to hold that level, if which it did on this particular day. Going forward, we are shooting out for 1600 levels. Remember that 1600 in short time. Exide Industries, very nice structure. Okay, 1600, it may come tomorrow or in 1 week or 2 weeks, so don't expect me to guide you with your option trades which you have taken. Exide Industry is also very nice consolidation is happening after this 200. We are just waiting for a move above 200 closing. Federal Bank is in a box. It tried to give a breakout and then it failed, and now it's again going towards the levels of 80. Let's see, अगर ये 83 84 levels को अगर maintain कर पाती है, then again it will try to go towards 85. But no matter what, this is more of a box trade. Gale also is these are typical bearish structures. You can see this long wicks at the top, and multiple times it has tried to go and it has not been able to move. Glenmark, typical bearish structure, ये हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था, and going forward अगर ये 530 के नीचे, so right here you can see 517 518 520 is support, और फिर एक ही दिन में all this gain it gave up. So these are typical bearish, and going forward it is going for 500. GMR Infra, this is also not a good structure. ये 32 levels target achieve कर चुकी थी, and then it is dipping. I don't like the size of this the body of this candle, so maybe there will be more weakness. Godrej Consumer Product, we discussed the size of this body of this candle was not good, and so but at least it was is more able to hold these levels. So let's see what comes out of it. We would be interested in Godrej Consumer Product only when it will be able to take out the level of 1110 and above. Godrej Properties, fantastic structure. Definitely Godrej Properties will give you a good move in the very short term, so keep a track. So this might be the first trade we would be interested in on Monday. Granules is in a box, nothing much. Grasim, after this candle we said that this looks bearish, and here it's again getting confirmation. It is trying to move towards 1570 1600 levels. वहाँ से जाके इसको you can see this upper wick, and this is not good for the bulls. So going forward it's going, अगर ये levels अगर breach होती है 1570 1575 इस level से अगर reverse back नहीं की, it is going towards 1500 levels, and no matter what, agar Grasim is able to give a closing above 1600 from here, this will again be of interest to the bulls. Gujarat Gas, the level the day it was give this closing. We can see this big red candles. यहाँ से 700 के नीचे closing आई थी. I said it is going towards 650. Now it has dipped towards 660. And going forward, there is more weakness maybe in Gujarat gas, but no matter what, जब तक 700 के ऊपर closing नहीं आती है, we won't be thinking about longs. HAL, fantastic structures, making all time high. The last session भी वो all time high से just 10 रुपए नीचे तक गई थी. Going forward, there is a lot of interest in HAL. Let's see how it. You can see it's making higher lows, and this is a very typical structure, and this is exactly the reason why most of the traders and investors they want the market to dip, because the more the market dips, it actually helps us in ascertaining कि कौन सी stocks में recovery आ रही है और किस में नहीं आ रही है. So of course, अगर हम recovery अच्छी companies में देख रहे हैं, so this gives us a lot of just like in Havels, say for example, fantastic structure. HAL or Havels would be definitely the two stocks which I would be tracking. ACL Tech, हमने बोला था ये जो candle है, this is not good, and we were waiting for it to be taken out 1300 levels के आसपास. So till now the structure is more valid, and let's see what comes out of it. Even HDFC AMC, nice consolidation. This size of the candle, you remember I said about how this is not good, and we are just waiting for a structure like this to form. This structure aa rahi hai, but it's not able to take out the levels of 2870, and this is we are just waiting for it to be taken out. HDFC AMC, nice consolidation, बहुत अच्छी. Making higher lows, this is good, and going forward we can see new move. HDFC Bank also is more in a box. हम 1600 के ऊपर closing के लिए wait कर रहे हैं. HDFC Life, this is a more of हमने इन दिनों में डिस्कस किया था कि this is more of an insurance sector company, so I am actually staying out of it for the time being. Then comes Hero Motor. This is good move which happened above 2900. Going forward, अगर ये 2900 levels को अगर closing basis में अगर hold कर पाई, so there can be new up move. Hindalco is also in a box, and from a target perspective, 500 is sort of a resistance for this expiry. Petro had a nice dip, and there was a nice recovery, and it gave a closing above 280. This is you can see this is more of a cup and handle pattern which is forming. But again, these are very much crude dependent, so we have to be sure where to take and how to trade on Petro depends on the crude news flow at the start of the trading session. Hindustan Unilever, this is a nice dip which is coming, and it seems like there are a lot of interest. हम 2800 के ऊपर हम Hindustan Unilever को track करेंगे. Definitely from a technical perspective, अगर हमें एक company में लगाना है, and that would be Britannia for me and not Hindustan Unilever because of the size of this candle. No matter what, अगर ये 2800 के ऊपर अगर trade करना start की, there will be a huge move towards the levels of 3000. Indiabull Housing Finance is in a box. ICICI Bank also, this size of this candle is not good, and this we have been talking about that ICICI Bank अगर एक बैंक को select करना है between ICICI and Axis, I would say stay with Axis. The structure of Axis is much better from a technical perspective. So this looks good. ICICI GI, as I said, हम लोग insurance sector की company से भी so we will try to stay away from it, because there's a lot of news flow which keeps on happening in these companies, and these actually are creating problems. And जब तक ये effectively 1650 के ऊपर closing नहीं देती है, because it seems like it has tried multiple times. So going forward, the good thing is after this dip there was no follow up, and hence it's still in a box. 1650 के ऊपर closing आएगी, then it would be of interest to us. Similarly, ICICI Prudential, जब तक 720 के ऊपर closing नहीं आती, it won't be of interest to us. Idea is more of a speculation based moves are coming, so theoretically I would be more interested in Bharti definitely compared to Idea from a technical perspective. IDFC First Bank, nothing much. Your 50 targets already met, and now it is again trying to be in the box. IEX, fantastic structure. Try to keep IEX in your radar, and maybe going forward we will be seeing some fireworks in IEX. It already made a good move and it is consolidating at all-time highs. जब तक 570 के नीचे या 580 के नीचे closing नहीं आती, there's nothing to worry. IGL is more in a box. After this day we said it's a bearish, and you can see the last 3 sessions it has been trying to follow the box, and maybe it will again get some support from 550. India Hotel also, this was a nice consolidation which was happening, but we mentioned that we have to see a closing above 160 for the trend to continue. Unfortunately it was not able to, and this is a typical bearish. It gave a closing below 150, and going forward it is again trying to give a failed breakout structure which actually leads to the target of 140. India Mart, a very nice consolidation is happening. Indigo, this was one of the trades which we actually took, and definitely we will be again trading Indigo, and we will be keeping in radar. Let's see the follow-up candles which come in Indigo. IndusInd Bank also, it was a nice move which came in day before yesterday. We were in the positions from this particular day closing. No, we were here on this particular day from 1030, we went towards 1180 plus. I tweeted about it when we made positions, and also when it was trading above 1180. So from a technical perspective this looks good. I think there will be some resistance around about this level, so let's see if it is able to give a closing above 1200, then it would be of interest to us. The same structure is with Indus Tower, so any closing above the levels of 275 280 would be of interest to us. In fee, and normally I won't trade Indus Tower, it's just for if you are interested and if you're trading. Infi is also in a box, nothing much. IOC is making a new 52-week high, so this is looking good. Just wait for a closing above 120, and then maybe we can see some fireworks happening. POLYCAB is in a box, and this is after this particular day we say how this 2600 levels maybe breach aayegi, and from there it went towards 2500, and so this is acting like a failed breakout, and maybe it is going to go towards the levels of 2400 in no time. So just make sure of tracking this. IRCTC, fantastic structure where all-time high में इसकी consolidation हो रही है, and going forward there can be new moves coming in. IRCTC, IITC is also, we said we would be interested only in a closing above 250. जब तक 250 नहीं आती है, we won't be taking a trade. It seems like this is a typical bearish structure. अगर 240 के ऊपर closing doesn't come within 2-3 days, theoretically this might, and if closing below the levels of 230 comes in, then there can be more weakness, and this will qualify as a failed breakout, and then there will be huge number of shorts which will even take out the levels of 220. So just remember that. Jindal Steel is in a box. There's not much. 400 के ऊपर अच्छी closing चाहिए for it to carry forward. JSW Steel is also in a box. So we will see even Tata Steel of how the trade is going. Jubilant Food made an all-time high, nice consolidation. The size of this body is small. हमने इस body में बोला था कि this body is the size of these bodies are not that good, which suggests breakout in the very near term. So it seems like ये 4000 और 40 to 4300 के बीच में फंसी हुई है. Kotak Bank closed at all-time high, at a day's high at 2000 plus levels. We were in Kotak Bank from 1820 levels, and now you can see of just in a matter of 3 sessions we were able to move from 1820 to 2020 levels, and this is how you should be making positions. L&T Finance Housing, this is a typical bearish structure. At least it was able to hold the levels of 85 के नीचे closing में there will be a drastic fall towards the levels of below 80. Lalpath Lab also, this after this candle we said this doesn't look good, so right now it's more in a box. जब तक 4000 के नीचे closing नहीं आती है, actually 4000 के नीचे closing आई है लग रहा है. So basically अगर ये 4000 levels को breach नहीं करती है, then it would be good, but if it continues trading there can be more downfall. LIC Housing Finance also, this nice consolidation is happening. I think जब तक 400 levels breach नहीं होती है, there's nothing to worry. L&T Perfect made an all-time high, a nice consolidation. Try to keep L&T in your radar. So maybe this is also one of the stocks which can give a new momentum. Sorry. LTI, LTTS, fantastic consolidation, fantastic structures. Don't be The structure is still valid. You can see even with so much weakness in Nifty, they are still making small bodies, and this is absolutely a fantastic consolidation phase. May continue, but then we are going to go for the up move. Lupin is again, as we said, above 1000 हम closing में देखेंगे, and then on this particular day we said that the structure gets invalidated, and this is exactly what happened. Nifty and Lupin is now below 950, and now you can see this is more of a box between the levels of 930 and 970. M&M also nice consolidation is happening. अगर 750 के नीचे closing देती है, this will lead to a typical bearish structure. The only reason where we would be interested in M&M is in a closing above 800. जब तक वो नहीं आती है, we won't be taking any positions. I don't actually like taking positions here and then wait for some up move to come in. And then M&M Finance is also very nice consolidation is happening. Actually, if you see the structures of Cholafin, M&M Finance, Bajaj Finance, very nice consolidation, very nice moves are pending until and unless the structure gets invalidated with a structure like this. अगर ऐसी big candle आती है, जब तक ये नहीं आती है, don't be pessimistic on these companies. M&M Manappuram is in a box between 170 and 160. We were waiting for closing of 170 जो आई नहीं, and now it's again is going towards the levels of 160. Marico, as I said, I don't like this structure, and I gave it time 2-3 days. Still it's not able to move past the levels of 580. Let's see. Maruti was able to give a closing above 7,000, and जब ये 7,000 cross कर रही थी, I tweeted about it, and the reason is it was in a nice tight box, and now it is trying to give us a move. McDowell also very nice consolidation is happening. Going forward, as I mentioned, ये structure जो हमने जब ये structure बनी थी on Friday, on Thursday night we discussed कि ये structure उतनी अच्छी नहीं है, and so going forward it has to give a strong closing above 750, then only we would be interested. लेकिन हम UBL का जब study करेंगे, we will see why that's a better structure. MCX is in a box, nothing much. Metropolis also, the size of this candle body थोड़ी सी बड़ी है, लेकिन it's still able to hold its level, unlike Lalpath Labs. MFSL, where this gave us a good move, and we were able to go towards all-time high, very near to it, and I tweeted about it when we entered this trade, and it went. And then on Thursday night we discussed ये structure में ये body जो है, this is not good, and going forward we said it will try to dip below 1100. This is what has happened. Now let's see if it is able to hold this levels, and maybe it will. अगर फिर 1100 के ऊपर closing आती है immediately, that would be a very good bullish move. MGL has been in a box. There's nothing much. MINDTREE, fantastic structure. Try to keep MINDTREE in your radar, and maybe going forward you can expect. So basically, I don't know, I have been looking into a lot of tweets saying stay away from IT is broken. At the end of the day, data आज जो भी बनी है, there's absolutely no reason for you to be negative on IT at any front. You can book your profits, but don't be stupid enough to go ahead and short them. And this is also true for MPHASIS. Fantastic structure, very near to its all-time highs, very small candle bodies. जब तक अच्छी body बन के कोई direction नहीं देती है, you should be not to be negative of MPHASIS. MRF sorry, is in a box. Muthoot Finance also, after this consolidation we were expecting, as I said, हम बहुत एक strong closing एक move track करेंगे, and we also told about how this it might dip if अगर 1550 levels breach करती है, so you can see it went towards 1500 levels. Going forward, this is more in a box between 1450 and 1550. NAMINDIA, fantastic consolidation, fantastic means NAMINDIA is definitely one of the stocks which you should be keeping in your radar for a very move towards 450 and above. National Alarm also nice consolidation is happening. A move above 100 would be a very good continuation of the trend. From our target perspective, it should be more than 125 move if it comes. Naukri, the size of this candle is not good, but you never know, because it was still able to hold the levels of 6500. So let's see if it will again try to go towards 6900 levels और वहाँ पे ब्रीच करके अगर 7000 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग देती है, we would be continuing the uptrend. Navin Florin, we were discussing on this particular day how this size of this candle I didn't like, and eventually after consolidation it gave a breakdown. And going forward, I think this will so it was trying to give a breakout over 4000 and now it failed. Going forward ये शायद एक दो सेशंस में फिर 4000 के लेवल्स की तरफ जाएगी, and then we have to see if it will be able to close above that. If not, then again ये 3500 levels के नीचे आ सकती है. Nestle India, very nice consolidation is happening, small candles. You see this was a big red one and the next day it was taken out, and so अगर नवीन फ्लोरिन में भी अगर इस तरह की अगर स्ट्रक्चर बनती है, then it gives some hope for the bulls. In general हमारी strategy है कि 4150 के ऊपर ही हम नवीन फ्लोरिन को देखेंगे, and till that happens, and this I have been saying since this particular day जब ये कैंडल बनी थी. So नवीन फ्लोरिन would be in our radar, and अगर ये 4150 लेवल्स के ऊपर जाएगी, then only we would be interested in it. NMDC is also in a box, nothing much. NTPC, nice consolidation is happening. अगर ये so forget these candles, actually there's some corruption in the data, but NTPC में बहुत अच्छी consolidation हो रही है. अगर ये PSU नहीं होती, then definitely this is a very good structure. OFSS हम जैसे डिस्कस किए थे मल्टीपल टाइम्स, ये ऐसे स्नेक की तरह ऊपर नीचे होती रहती है, and so maybe going forward try to keep a look for OFSS, and maybe this is going to move very rapidly अगर ये 4900 लेवल्स के ऊपर अगर ट्रेड करना स्टार्ट की तो. ONGC, नाइस कंसोलिडेशन, हमारा 130 टारगेट था विच वाज ऑलरेडी मेट ऑन दिस डे, बट अगेन दिस इज ONGC में पोजीशंस बनाने की एक रीज़न है. वी वे ऑन दिस ट्रेड from 120 levels, and here you can see we got a good move, and then going forward we think we can see a new move. Page Industry is also nice consolidation, and maybe going forward PEL जब तक 2700 के ऊपर closing. The fantastic thing about PEL is PEL multiple times 2700 को breach नहीं कर पा रही है. Still when there's a weakness, still there's buying happening in 2600 levels and below. So this is a very strong structures है ये जो होती हैं. पेट्रोनेट ऑल्सो ये 230 लेवल्स में जब भी आती है उसको बाइंग इंटरेस्ट मिलती है, विच इज़ गुड. सो नाउ गोइंग फॉरवर्ड वी आर जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर अ नाइस डिसाइसिव मूव. PFC इज ऑल्सो इन अ बॉक्स, अगर ये 140 के ऊपर अगर क्लोजिंग देती है देन देयर कैन बी न्यू अप मूव. फाइजर, इट वाज कंसोलिडेटिंग एंड वी सेड इट शुड बी एबल टू होल्ड द लेवल्स ऑफ 6000. अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो होल्ड नहीं कर पाई, एंड सो इट डिप्ड बिकॉज ऑफ निफ्टी वीकनेस. सो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड जब तक ये 6000 के ऊपर अभी क्लोजिंग नहीं देगी, इट वोंट बी ऑफ इंटरेस्ट to us. Pidilite, fantastic structure was ongoing. I didn't like this size of this particular candle. इसकी बॉडी थोड़ी सी बड़ी है, लेकिन still the structure is still valid. Actually अभी जो हुई है, this was more of a consolidating structure till here, which was slated for a new all-time high. लेकिन अभी जो हुई है, it is again trying to enter this box of 2200 and 2400. Immediately अगर 2400 के ऊपर Pidilite में closing नहीं आती है, this might be again a trade box trade which we will take in. But compared to PI Industries, nice dip, nice buying happens, and so PI Industry ये और Pidilite मेरी बहुत ही दोनों favorite companies हैं, and PI Industries I'm pretty sure it's slated for all time high. PNB, very bearish structure, and definitely अगर PSU बैंक करना है तो buy State Bank of India, why Punjab National Bank. POLYCAB, fantastic structure. POLYCAB is like awesome, and it seems like it's getting in trend, so definitely try to keep POLYCAB in your radar for next session. Power Grid हमने बोला था ये 170-180 के बॉक्स में है, it was unable to go towards that, and now it seems like let's see Power Grid अगर 180 के ऊपर दी तो. PVR, nice consolidation, ये एक बॉक्स में ही थी 1420 और 1300 के बीच में. दिस इज एक्जैक्टली व्हाट्स हैपनिंग. रामको सीमेंट, आफ्टर दिस मूव, ये मूव जो आई थी हमने बोला था इसका फॉलो अप अगर ऊपर तरफ नहीं आई, इट कैन डिप टुवर्ड्स 1000, एंड दिस इज एक्जैक्टली व्हाट हैपेंड बिकॉज राइट नाउ इट्स इन अ बॉक्स बिटवीन द लेवल्स ऑफ 950 and 1050. RBL Bank is also looking sort of bearish in the sense that after up move at least it was able to hold the levels of 180 on a closing basis, and I think going forward जब तक ये 188 के ऊपर नहीं जाएगी there is not much to expect, which can happen. Is nothing like The problem अगर 180 के नीचे closing आई, so that would be very bad things for the bull. REC Limited is in a box, 160, 140, nothing much. Reliance, fantastic structure, higher lows. So it made a low of 2440 levels, and last week it went towards it went a low towards 2370, and here also it was able to maintain at least 2390 levels. Going forward, there is going to be a good move until and unless the levels of 2360 is important for Reliance. अगर वो levels आ गई और अगर buying नहीं आई, so it will invalidate this move, but I'm pretty sure that Reliance is not going to disappoint us. 2400 के levels में इतने दिन रहना is something, and I think going forward is just these are just temporary dips. Sale, nothing much, it's in a box. SBI Life is also 1200 के ऊपर closing नहीं दे पाई, and so going forward if it starts dipping below 1170 levels, there can be more weakness. State Bank of India, this is not good, but at least it was able to hold the levels of 450. So let's see, मेरा next session में मेरा plan है 460 levels तक जाएगी, and then it might face some resistance. अगर वो उसको on a closing basis breach कर पाती है, that would be a good news for the bulls. So right now we are waiting for a closing above 460 in State Bank. Sri Cement, nice consolidation. Siemens is in a box, and SRF also very nice consolidation. I don't like this size of this candle. मतलब थोड़ी सी खराब है, लेकिन going forward इतनी भी खराब नहीं है, and maybe in a day or two it will reverse. Shriram Transport Finance, typical ये 1400 के ऊपर closing देने की कोशिश की थी, and then again it entered the box. So now there can be more drastic fall. So you can see, compare Shriram Transport Finance with Manappuram, with Muthoot Finance, and with Cholafin Finance. And this is the reason why, you know, if you are structurally, अगर आप एक अच्छी कंपनी के साथ हो जो Cholafin में है, you are always in so half of the work is selecting the right company in the same sector. And so as I always keep on trading Cholafin, we have been trading, it made an all-time high, and then it gave a good closing very near to all-time high, very nice consolidating structures. जब तक 600 के नीचे closing नहीं आती Cholafin में, I would still be very much be interested in creating more positions. Star is in a box, Sun Pharma is in a box, nothing much. Sun TV 500 के नीचे closing देगी, and now it will be again in a box. Syngene also, I don't like the structure of this one, and also definitely not this one. So going forward, someone asked me about 660 के ऊपर जाएगी कि नहीं, and so as I say that, you know, this is something you have to follow, and this particular structure is nothing new. ये ऐसे कैंडल के बाद जब ऐसे कैंडल्स होके डिप करती हैं, so you can definitely take this as a failed breakout. And going forward, अगर ये immediately reverse करके अगर 670 के ऊपर closing नहीं देती है, there will be more weakness in Syngene. Tata Chem, we traded on this particular day, it went towards 880 levels. हमने इस closing में 850 से positions बनाए थे, and the reason for 880 was it was more of a resistance level. So now it's in a box. Tata Consumer, nice consolidation happening. Tata Motors, very nice structure. Let's see, closing above 320. Tata Power, this is not good news for the bulls. The size of this candle is huge. The body of the candle, let's see, अगर ये 140 के ऊपर closing immediately देती है, then that would be good. Tata Steel, it broke the 1400 levels, so it's more in a box between the levels of 1350 and 1460. TCS also, the structure is this candle I don't like, and maybe going forward we are just going to wait for a closing above 3950. Tech Mahindra, see, this structure is far better than TCS. At least it was able to hold these levels. Titan, very nice consolidation is happening, so try to stay with Titan. हमने Titan में हमने इन दिनों में ट्रेड किया था, where I tweeted about it and it made an all-time high. And Torrent Pharma is also in a box. You can see this is more of a 3000 मैगी तो खरीदेंगे, 3200 जाएगी तो ऊपर क्लोजिंग देगी तो और खरीदेंगे, बस दिस इज द स्ट्रेटजी. टोरेंट पावर इज इन अ बॉक्स, 500 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग देगी तो खरीदेंगे. ट्रेंट, वेरी नाइस स्ट्रक्चर ऑन गोइंग, सो ट्राई टू कीप वॉच आउट फॉर ट्रेंट, एंड मे बी दिस इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू बी गुड ट्रेड for the near term, because this is a very nice consolidation is happening. TVS Motor, nothing much, nice consolidation. अगर ये 550 के ऊपर अच्छी closing देती है, it would be of interest to us. UBL, fantastic structure. Try to keep UBL in your radar, and maybe going forward we are slated for a new 52-week high in UBL, if not new all-time high. अल्ट्राकेम इज मोर इन अ बॉक्स. यूपीएल ये एक बहुत ही बैड क्लोजिंग है, एंड दिस वाज व्हाट वी हैव बीन डिस्कसिंग लास्ट फ्यू डेज. 750 अगर ये 760 लेवल्स को ऑटोमेटिकली रिवर्स नहीं करती है, देयर विल बी मोर बैड न्यूज. वेदांता इज आल्सो इन अ बॉक्स, नथिंग मच. Voltas, fantastic structure. Try to keep Voltas in your radar, and there can be more positions going forward. Wipro इस structure के बाद हमने बोला था, this makes it a bearish structure, and this is exactly what's happening. So it's now stuck in a box between the levels of 650 and 680. And the last and not least, Zeal, it seems like a fantastic consolidation is happening. So it's able to move, and maybe it will try to face some resistance at 300 levels. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope this video was helpful to you, and maybe this will help you in understanding the way I'm looking at the market. The strategy is simple. निफ्टी में वीकनेस आती है, कौन कौन सी कंपनी अपने लेवल्स होल्ड करती है उनको ट्रैक करो. अगर कोई भी कंपनी ऐसी मिल नहीं रही है तो देखो कौन डिप करके फिर रिकवर करके अच्छी क्लोजिंग दे रही है. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye bye. Enjoy your weekend.